Hi my lovies, welcome back to my channel. Don't know what I'm doing with my hands, they're like flailing all about. Today I am doing a video on my top 10 makeup products that nobody really talks about, they don't discuss them, I hear nothing about them online, and maybe you guys are gonna say to me, Aisling, that's raved about everywhere, where have you been? But these are products that I don't see that much kind of chat about them. They're products that I really like and I feel like they deserve a little bit more hype. So I'm going to talk about 10 products here with you guys today, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree with these products. I'd love to know your product that you think deserves way more hype, that it's so amazing and people just don't talk about it, and you're like, why don't they talk about that product? It's so good. So the first product I want to talk about is the Pixi by Petra Lower Lash Mascara. I've been trying this out for the last 6 weeks and I've just been like, why does nobody talk about this? It has the most tiniest little wand to get right into your lashes. It finds lashes where you didn't know you had. You can get right into the inner corner, and it is not messy in any way, shape or form. You can buy it and Feel Unique, I think, but I buy mine Pixi on iHerb because it's so inexpensive on iHerb, and iHerb ships worldwide, and you can get like everything from Pixi at a little bit more of an affordable price. That's where I buy my Pixi. I had no kind of knowledge of this brand prior to them sending me this, and then I kind of started to buy my own products from this brand and discover that the brand as a whole is actually really, really nice. It's not quite high end, it's not quite affordable, it's somewhere in the middle. It's kind of like Inglot prices, I think. Some of the prices are a little bit cheaper than Inglot, but it is an amazing lower lash mascara, and I just don't know why people don't discuss it that more that they don't discuss it more often, because like I said, I had to discover this from PR, that it was sent to me, but I realized that this has been out for ages and I've just never heard about it. And it's so amazing. Like I said, it separates all your little lashes on the bottom. This is going to last you forever as well, because I only use it on the bottom and then on my really inner lash and then my really outer lashes, because it just kind of lifts them and finds them and they just look really, really good. The next products I want to discuss are the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipsticks. Now, I hear very little about these. The only person I've ever heard talk about these is Katie from Luster Looks. She's the only person I've ever heard discuss them, and she said this shade in the middle was her favorite, which is called Loyalist, and it's actually my favorite as it happened. But I do also love this pink shade at the bottom, Lover, and then Pioneer, the red, is actually really nice. I've worn it once, but I do wear the other two a little bit more often. But this formula of these rather is so incredible. Like, it's really, really, really nice. I don't find these drying at all. I'm sure some people probably do. Like, liquid lipsticks are all like a matter of personal preference, I guess. For me, these are not drying. They last so long. I have worn the shade in the middle all day. Like, I've literally worn it from day to night, and between drinking and eating and everything, it's still lasted on my lips. And again, I feel like these are really underrated. I feel like people don't talk about them enough. People need to start discussing these more because they are quite good liquid lipsticks, and I feel like they're just hidden gems for me. Sigma released a palette called the Warm Neutrals Volume 2 about maybe 3 months ago, I think the end of January maybe, and I hear nothing about this. Absolutely nothing. I've seen maybe one tutorial using it, and this is an amazing eyeshadow palette. Like, I mean, I am so impressed with this. The quality of the shadows is just out of this world. Like, I love it so much, and I really don't understand why people don't discuss this palette more often. Like, I really just don't get it. The shades are just beautiful. They swatch so well. They apply to the eyes incredibly well. They're super pigmented. Everything about this palette is just amazing. And like I said, it doesn't get that much hype. Nobody talks about it. They're talking about all the new releases and, you know, new palettes coming out all the time, but people forget about Sigma, and the quality of their shadows is actually quite up there. And I recently bought the Huda Beauty Mauve palette, and I don't think that the shadows are a patch on the Sigma shadows. I think that these are just stupendous. I really recommend this palette, guys. Run out, get it, because you won't regret it, and won't regret it. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Very underrated. Nobody talks about it. Don't know why, because I love it. I think it's amazing, and the quality of the shadows is just just incredible. I have heard one YouTuber talk about this. One. I'm sure there's plenty of other YouTubers that maybe I don't watch, because obviously I don't watch every single person in the entire world. The only person I've ever heard talk about this is Holly Boom, and she is the one who got me hooked on this. It is the Beauty Bakery Flour Baking Powder. I was never really a big fan of baking my under eyes until I discovered this. I feel like this is just unbelievable underneath my eyes. I'm not wearing it today, but generally when I do wear it, my under eye area feels like a baby's butt. It feels so soft. This just sets my under eye area without adding cakiness or like too much product. It doesn't cause my under eye area to crease, crumble, nothing like that. I just, beautiful powder. I haven't used my Laura Mercier since discovering this powder. I just think that this is incredible. I'm going to pick up the translucent because I have the yellow powder and that's what I love to use underneath my eyes, just for brightening up underneath my eyes. But definitely I'm going to pick up translucent just to set the rest of my face, because if the rest of my face looks like my under eye area, we will be winning. I'm really curious as to why not that many YouTubers talk about this. Maybe Beauty Bakery is a bit of an underrated brand in itself. Perhaps, I don't know. But this powder is definitely underrated. I've been using it for 6-7 weeks plus, and I do not regret purchasing this one bit, and I absolutely adore it. A brand I think that is a little bit underrated, perhaps because people actually don't know about it, is this Miss Lynn brand. It's sold on Beauty Bay and the products are so inexpensive. The product I want to talk about today, because it's the only one that I actually own that I really like, and I need to buy more of the products from them, is the Beach Please Bronzing and Contouring Powder, and this is in Barbados Babe, and it looks like that on the inside. And it's just the best bronzer contour shade for my skin tone. I absolutely love it. I've been dipping into it so much, and again, like I said, this brand is underrated. A subscriber had to tell me all about this brand, and I was so super impressed with the quality of this bronzer. I just recommend everyone to run out and buy it. It was like €8 as well, so you really can't be going wrong. And there's a couple of shades of this bronzer, so there's like a light, medium, deep, so we'll go for multiple different skin tones, and I just have the middle shade. I spoke about this in my monthly favorites or my monthly hits and misses, and I just kind of came to the conclusion, like, why is this not discussed more? Why is this so underrated? Why does nobody mention this? I've seen maybe 2, maybe 3 at the most YouTubers ever mention this, and I've seen so much about the other palettes from Tarte, but never a whole lot about the Maneater palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. I don't get why people don't discuss this. The quality of the shadows is unbelievable. Like, I mean, unreal. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I wear it all the time when I want like a more of a basic look. But with this, you can also dramatize the look because it has a deep black, and then obviously Midnight, which is a really nice dark brown. I feel like this is a really great palette for daytime to nighttime transitioning, or if you just want to add more of these kind of shades into your collection. I get that this eyeshadow palette probably looks a bit basic to some people. You're like, yeah, I have all those shadows in my collection, but the formula is what's so unbelievable, and the fact that this is so compact as well, that it's great for traveling. Like, it's the size of my hand, well, a little bit larger, but it's so compact. I brought this to London with me and I've been wearing it all month long. I absolutely love the shades of it. I just think that the shades are unbelievable, and they're really great quality. Like, look at that black. Everything just swatches amazingly well. They blend incredibly well on the eyes, and I'm super impressed with the shadows as a whole. Maybe that's what Tarte's, like, all of their shadows are like, and maybe I'm just like under a rock because this is the only palette I've ever tried from them. But I just don't know why this doesn't get enough hype, because it is an incredible eyeshadow palette and has everything in it you need for a neutral smoky eye to like a deep kind of cat eye, or if you want to do cut crease or anything. There's something in this for every single eye look, and it's such an amazing palette that you just can't be going wrong if this is the only thing you have. Where have these been all my life, and where are all the people discussing these? These are the Catrice Darkening and Lightening Drops. The only person I've ever heard mention them is Casey Holmes, and that's why I actually picked them up. These deserve way more hype. I used them for the first time maybe about a week and a half ago, and I used the lightening ones to lighten up my Huda Beauty foundation, and I actually can wear that foundation now. I used the darkening drops to darken up, I can't remember what foundation it was now. I think it might have been a Wet n Wild or something like that, but these are unbelievable. The lightening drops are definitely more of my friend than the darkening ones, because usually I buy foundations that are just too dark for me for whatever reason, I don't know, or my foundations oxidize or whatever it may be, and the lightening drops just help so much. They don't change the consistency of the foundation, the longevity of the foundation, the wear of the foundation, nothing like that. All they do is just lighten it, and they are just unbelievable. And they're really inexpensive. They're only like $3 something. And I hear an awful lot about the Body Shop ones, the Cover FX, but nothing about this. And I just really, really, really love it. The only thing I will say is obviously if you have a darker skin tone than the darkening drops, or lighter skin tone than the lightening drops, they're possibly not going to work, if that makes any sense. So the lightening drops are definitely the ones I would recommend the most, but I just don't understand why these are not discussed more often, because they're really, really, really great products, and for the price, you just can't beat them. It's been a long time since I've used this product, but I started kind of dipping into it again this month, and then I kind of came to the conclusion that why do people just never, ever, ever mention this? Since the Makeup Revolution Trio, this is their Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit, and it's my favorite product from Makeup Revolution, and I just still can't understand why nobody ever mentions this. I probably paid around €4 for this, maybe even a little bit less, and I love this shade here because it just reminds me of NARS's Orgasm, but the highlight is what it's all about. The highlight in this is just incredible, and the bronzer is lovely also. There is different shades because obviously we have different skin tones in the world, which is fantastic. I have the lightest one, so that's what they look like there. But like I said, there are a ton of different shades. This is not really matching me currently because I'm wearing self-tan these days, but when I am at my palest, this is perfect. But the other two products, I would just even buy it for just these two. Again, don't understand why nobody ever mentions this. I've never seen it in a video before, or maybe some UK YouTubers, but that's about it. Nobody ever mentions it, and it's so amazing. Probably mention this in every single underrated video, and I will keep mentioning this until people just discover how amazing it is. Now this is actually gone, but this is the One Heck of a Blot primer. My favorite primer on this earth. I've just repurchased another bottle of it, but I just can't find it at the moment, so I have like this one with like a tiny drop in the bottom of it. This is the best primer from the drugstore, bar none, and it is super affordable, and this just makes my skin look incredible. Every single foundation I own works with this. I use this over some of my high-end primers. This is way better than like my Fenty primer, than some of my MAC primers, than even my Benefit Professional, which is my favorite primer. I prefer this to all of them. I just love this primer, and I promise you guys, if you've oily skin, you will adore this. Casey Holmes got me onto the bandwagon of loving this, and I've never looked back. Since the day I purchased this, I've gone through about 3 bottles of it, and I will never ever ever stop buying it. It's my favorite drugstore primer. I don't think there's anything that compares to it. It's just amazing, especially for oily skin. If you want to blur out pores, make your skin look just a little bit more airbrushed across your pore region, I would go for it, and oh, I just love it. Good work, Soap and Glory. And the final product, if you've been watching some of my videos of late, you're probably sick to death of hearing about this, but it is my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I'm going to keep harping on about this until more people kind of discover it. Somebody told me it was discontinued, but it just got released, so unless it's like the quickest product on the earth to be discontinued, I don't know what to make of that. I was only in Penneys last week and I saw it at the Essence counter, so I'm not really sure if it has been discontinued, but if it is, I'll buy 5 of them because I absolutely love this. I use this to set my under eye area, brighten up my under eye area. This doesn't cause my concealer to crease. It's extremely brightening, and I just absolutely love this. I use this to set my eyeshadow base as well, and I highly rate this, guys. If you see this at your local Essence counter, pick it up. It's like $2.50. You won't regret it. It's just one of the best purchases ever, and very underrated. Nobody ever discusses it. I've seen Tati mention it, that's it. So hopefully now that she's mentioned it, more people will kind of get on the bandwagon. But I love this. One of the best, most amazing, underrated products ever, and you just, guys, you won't regret it. You won't. Oh my god, guys, this is my 4th video to film today, and I just can't believe I actually got through all those videos. I have the sorest, like very sore throat right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea. I'm currently doing first impressions on the Lasting Finish Breathable Foundation, so if you want to see that video, I'll link it down below. It might not be up just yet, but do keep an eye. Anyway, guys, I am done and dusted for the day. I love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you in my next video. Do send me some requests as well, because probably when this video goes up, I'll be away on holidays, and when I come back, I'm gonna need some inspiration from you guys for videos to do. And yeah, just leave them all down below. I love you guys so much, but mwah! Talk to you soon. Bye!